they didn't should have told me because then I would have returned them.
Yeah, because we still have the old one on. It was down there. Okay, so then I'll get this while we're, once we get in the midst of the
Yeah.
dinosaur.
All right, hello everybody. How are you today? Let's invite Mark to come over here, Mr. Lyons. We're here to talk about school kids and all that stuff. God love us. Good deal.
Another
Yeah.
week, added a few more students, so a few
really?
trickling back.
All right, so they're coming back slowly but surely. But how about and the enroll? Have we got any? Brand gonna really go back after Labor Day or what?
Well, it depends on the district.
Yeah.
So a lot of the districts are doing every 3 weeks. So I was just talking to my orthodontist today, and he was saying that his district will let people know either tomorrow or Thursday if they're going to start in-person learning. And because again, most schools started on the 17th or some the 24th of August. So a lot are waiting to allow people to even come on campus beginning right after Labor Day, so next Tuesday,
Right.
September 8th. And it looks like some districts are doing their highest need students, those that really need the teacher, that may have different other 3 period.
But are they coming back on campus, the kids?
Well, it depends on the district. So
Right.
yes is the short answer, and it just depends how many and what district to say how full they will be.
I see.
They're expecting now with everything, most of them are doing the 3-week intervals. They expect many students will be coming back at the end of the month. So we'll
Let's choose our dinosaur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
I'm gonna go with, so I know this is a Brachiosaurus,
Okay, good.
and I know the Triceratops, or I'm sorry, the Stegosaurus and the Triceratops, and I'm gonna see if I can get Nathaniel on the line to help us with this.
Go for number 1. All righty. Number 2. So I hear we're getting ready for football.
Yes, football.
5.
Football for sure, and then possibly, I think another week after that's volleyball.
Yeah, we're working things out. So right now they're going to start their practices.
Number 4.
Now they're going to be at a distance, but they're still going to do.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's good. Number 5. All righty, number 5. Woo! Oh, I was so tempted to choose number 5.
See, Kathleen, you almost always choose number 5. That's we'll see if she did this week.
Number
Okay,
6.
Finally, there we go.
Number 3.
Stegosaurus.
Number 3.
Again.
Number 3.
Okay. Keep rolling that way.
Number 5. Oh my goodness.
Not a very even race tonight.
And at home.
Well, I think it depends on the age level.
Yeah.
Even for me in middle school, there's such a variability with 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Right.
7th school,
Right.
as well as having now 3 or 5 teachers, and they're plus they're still growing from little
Right,
kids into
right, yeah.
into.
Number 4.
All right.
Number 4. Number 2.
All right.
Number.
When we were talking about athletics, we're going to have a separate room for them, so that again, just to keep everybody as safe as possible, because students would be in a different cohort. Meaning, if they're working with 6th, 7th, and 8th graders,
Yeah.
then they're going to be in a separate room just in case. Again, if somebody got the virus, that it would not infect all. Be safe, even the minimalist chances or the littlest chances.
Excellent. Number 5.
That was a quick race.
My goodness. Let's see. Did anybody choose
Yeah,
5?
let's see here.
My goodness, I could get a little.
Oh no, Kathleen went with number 3.
Excellent. Well, it's a challenge, all these. Let's have victory over here. It's a challenge. big dinosaur. All right, kids, choose 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay, let's see what they're going for this time. Let's see if Kathleen updates from number 3.
I'm choosing number 1 again.
And I'll stay with, oh, you went with the big one? I'm going to stay with number 6, because number 5 is scary.
Okay, woo! Number 2. Number 3. Number 1. Number 4. Number 4. Woo! Number 2. Number 6.
There's my Brachiosaurus.
Number 3. Number 3. 4. So we have basketball starting first, then we have volleyball.
Football.
Football, then
Then
volleyball, and then I think track they're talking
Or
about.
cross country, right.
Cross country.
Yeah.
Because that makes sense. I mean, you're outside, you're at a
And that's
distance.
the nice thing about that sport is there's no touch anyway.
Yeah,
so
right.
That's the easiest sport they
Yeah.
could have done right away if they wanted to.
Right.
But we wanted to, a unified sports program.
Right.
But that's the nice thing because you're not touching.
1. 6.
All right.
So we have mass every Thursday at 10 o'clock.
Mhm.
Number 2, good. Number 6, woo! We're going to start after school care or what?
At some point, I'm not sure.
Right, we just don't know
right.
yet. But it's always available sometime, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, good. Number 2. Number 3. How are they doing on it? Are they doing much Spanish?
Yes, so 6th, 7th, and 8th for sure have Spanish.
With Sister Wanda?
Sister Wanda. There's a volunteer this year who's
Right.
coming in, which I think they're trying to
Right.
work out. Again, that was the intent, but
Right.
with COVID, everything is,
Well, we're having a little, we
so you make
and
friends as
vocabulary.
amigos.
Right, amigos. We make friends, amistad. Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. And it gives me a chance to work on my Spanish.
And then Mass is Misa. right?
La misa, yes. 6. Number 4.
Right.
Number 5. Okay, 5. Woo woo. Number 6. Number 1. So how's lunch working out with the kids?
Well, they love lunch, so.
Yeah.
Our wonderful food service lady, Martha, brings it to the classrooms, and then just sets it, and then the kids wait, and then each individually get their tray. And so they're just eating at their desk, and that's the one time that they're able to take their masks off, obviously, as
Right.
well actively eating. But that's why, like I said, I'm impressed because the kids are really good about the masks.
Right.
I can't speak for under 4th, but I have a lot of regular contact
Yeah.
4th and out. So.
Okay, good. Number 1. Number 3.
This is a close race.
Oh, I tell you. Number 6.
Oh,
All
I
right.
might take Kathleen for her money.
Number 2.
You stay with number 1 this time, right?
Yes. Number 3.
The extra staff that was hired just for cleaning,
Right.
Amazing job.
Yeah, they're always cleaning.
I mean,
aren't they?
every night, everything is wiped down.
Yeah.
But then during the day, consistently or continuously,
Right.
is all the high traffic areas. So the bathrooms, railings, even though students aren't using the railings much, just because it could be a high touch area. Doors are always open, so we don't have to worry about doorknobs now. All doors are open
Right.
to keep air circulating.
But I hear where
But they're great.
I think the Knights are going to donate.
One of those fogging type or misting type.
Yeah, it's a machine
yeah.
that you don't have to wipe off.
Yeah, they use it on the airplanes and movie theaters now.
Oh, really?
Where it's like a mister, and then it goes over everything, and it sanitizes everything. Those things are fantastic.
Yeah. So thanks to the Knights, I think
Yeah,
they're
thank
meeting
you,
tonight.
Knights.
Yeah. Number 5.
Oh, I was hoping for 6. Let's see if we can do it.
Number 4.
Me versus Kathleen.
Donations for replacing the air conditioning.
Yeah.
So it'll be a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but we have to. We have so many air conditionings we've changed in the last 8 years, 7 years, unbelievable. So again, if anybody's interested in offering a little donation, send it to the school for the air conditioning. Number 4.
And I can tell you of the difference, because there's a school near here that we play at where the gym is not air conditioned or near, and that's tough. So thank goodness for that.
Oh, you're kidding me? They actually allow that?
Yes, but they have to bring it down to a certain temperature for the safety of everybody. I'm amazed though, because it is stifling hot in there.
A lot of fans, is that what they use?
Yes, a lot of barn fans.
God love you.
I'm a Wisconsinite, so the barn fans, I'm used to that.
I love it. Number 4.
Oh, came from behind to beat Kathleen and myself.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
Again, don't know what this fin creature is, so we'll see if I have any responses from our students on Facebook here.
God love them. Interesting.
Well, Kathleen switched to number 1 with you. Okay, for that one. So it was really number 1. You and Kathleen had number 1. I had number 6. So.
Well, good deal.
Let's see. Do you want which one? Let's do this one.
Make it happen.
I don't know what this one is either. It has kind of 2 fins on the top of its head. I'm really gonna have to research these in between.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so is it number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? Okay. Number 1. Number 2. Tomorrow is bingo. So tomorrow, number 4.
Come on, those sewing circle ladies. You gotta come back for bingo.
Oh, exactly.
Either
3.
virtually or in person.
Number 2. You know, we're really having. He helps us a lot. He's retired, so he's available, and it's a
When
real.
you said nice kid.
Yeah, everyone's a
older than
kid to me. Yeah, everyone's a kid to me. 3.
3.
Number 6. I'll grab that.
Yeah, it's a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
So what I'm excited about is, by tomorrow, God willing, we get another camera, and what I'm guessing is, you know, because I was in all the meetings, we probably will not have people watch, in person, people watching the game in the stands.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
They're
That's
in the
yeah.
meeting, so.
Right. So what do they call not contestants?
The players.
No, we'll have the players, but that'll be fun. That'll be fun. And give the kids another opportunity to show some leadership. You know, they can, be the announcer and all that kind of stuff. Number 5.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Number 4.
I'm excited because I love doing all the scoring, so that I get something to do after school. Not that I don't have anything now, but
I love it. Number 3.
along with grading and.
Right. Number 2.
And let me recommend, if you haven't come to daily mass here, besides the Spanish group 5:30,
Oh, yeah.
I love the community we're developing. Those that come back, we have a pretty regular group. It just depends on the day. It is such a great whole. It's fantastic.
I like that on Sunday. We have no more than about 50 or 60 people per mass. And it's kind of calm, and it's nice music and all that. It works out. Number 6.
Oh, Brachiosaurus.
Do we know that this guy's a happy kid because he looks happy, or who knows?
That's why I chose him. He's a happy dinosaur.
He's a happy dinosaur.
He's a vegetarian.
I love it. That makes him happy. Number 2.
I would not be happy as a vegetarian, though.
I love it. I hear you. Now, so are the movie theaters open yet?
Some are. So the Alamo Draft House.
Number 5. Show the movie Fatima here at the House of Mercy. Maybe we can get that organized. That'd be a nice.
It's on Amazon.
Number 2. Number 4.
Yeah, just to get the Anne Frank Family Theater going again would be fantastic.
It would be nice. Number 5.
The numbers here.
It's losing. Number 3.
We're sticking. We're creatures of habit tonight.
I know it. Number 5. Oh, it's victory.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
I think we got time for one more dinosaur race too.
Then we're going to do learn more about our saints running to heaven.
Could be a brontosaurus and brachiosaurus, because see the little skull cap that comes up.
Right.
That's the brachiosaurus. I know
I
that
see.
has the larger cranium top versus the brontosaurus, but I still don't know some of these others. Well,
Good deal. All right, kiddos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6.
so Kathy, are you staying with
I should.
Kathleen? You're staying with number 1, or we'll see what you.
I'm going to go with number 6.
Okay.
Number 3.
So then I'll go with 5. I guess.
Okay. Number 3. Number 3. Number 6. The happy dinosaur. Number 6. Number 4. Grateful that they're able to go to school?
Yes, and they'll even tell you such. They say being at school is so much better.
Yeah.
But then they said, but then again, it's school,
Yes.
so it's not their ideal time how they'd spend time.
Right,
but
right.
being with people,
Right.
being with friends, and then having their teacher face to face.
Right.
For those that are there, it's hands down.
Oh, yeah,
they'll
good.
tell you that's why
They
they're
love-
there.
That's good. Number 1.
And it's not just the students you think that maybe need that extra
Right.
attention or help. This is other students who really just thrive off of
Oh, yeah.
community.
Oh,
And that's
yeah.
really what I love about it is we have all these micro communities within
Yeah.
the larger school community,
Yeah.
within the larger parish community.
Right. Oh, no, it's good. Good stuff. Number 5.
Catching up.
Number 2. I stopped by.
Cool.
Yeah, right. No, real nice. Nice. I loved it. The Adas Mendes do a nice job.
Very nice job.
Number 3. Number 3.
Speaking of Iris Mendes, we're going to have an RCIA meeting.
How would you do?
Same option, in person
Right.
or virtually.
Oh, so we should make that announcement. I hope we're making. So if you know anybody who needs to receive the sacraments, right?
Yes,
Any
at least
adult.
2, meaning Eucharist and confirmation.
Right.
Or
Or all 3.
baptism,
Okay,
yeah.
great.
And if they just need confirmation too, call the parish too, because we've got those programs as well
Oh,
for adult
exactly.
confirmation.
Excellent. Number 2.
That one starts a little bit later, of course.
Yeah. Number 6. 15 people at Junior Spies.
It was so exciting. I stopped by. A lot of my 6th graders were there, and those 6th graders that they know, like their friends, they invited a whole community. So
Right.
we had kids from all different schools.
Right.
Fantastic.
15 kids. And it was outside, safe distance, and burgers, right?
Yes.
Deacon Carls is the cook, So that was good. That was really good news to see that. And then a couple of weeks ago, the high school Acts retreat had a reunion out in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our youth ministry is unbelievable. It's really doing
If
great.
you sweat together, you stick together. Well,
Exactly.
that is literally as well.
Exactly. I love that. Sweat together, stick together. God love
Because
it.
my goodness, out there on Sunday, 20 minutes dripping.
We're all doing masses outside. They cannot be in the church.
Wow.
So-
For diocesan directive, or
Oh no. So no side.
and then you have other family or extended family in the Seattle area.
No. Well, you know what? I had some in Oregon.
Oregon.
But again, that was more. Yeah, I have one in Oregon.
Extended family, yeah.
Yeah, right. Yes, exactly. But no. But can you imagine? No, and right now it's hot in California.
Like this hot.
Yeah, it was very hot.
Oh, my goodness.
So to have mass outside, they have all these tents and everything. And I said, oh my, we're so fortunate because it's so calm, our Sunday masses. All right, number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 3. So tomorrow is going to be our Bible study, right?
Mhm.
That's good. That's good.
Sivaleskis, is it? How do you say that last time?
Shubiakas.
Shubiakas, okay.
Right. Exactly. Number 2. Number 4. Number 1.
Triceratops.
Number 5. Number 5.
Okay, Brontosaurus catching up.
Number 3.
Oh, Stegosaurus wins the race.
Which is now the race to the Father's house. My goodness. All righty. Okay, we're going to throw our little dinosaurs away. All right, let's see what we've got here. So we have our cards.
Yep.
Kathleen, again, thank you. Were these the ones?
These are the ones you want to
Okay, great. All right.
So we have Vicky Thorne.
Vicky Thorne. And the Project Rachel, which helps women who've had abortions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, but you said she's from your neighborhood?
Yeah, well, we'll get the other names out then as we go through.
Okay,
We can
good.
definitely share.
Okay, so then, all right, let's do Cesar Chavez. Cesar Chavez.
Another female. Got another female now.
And then I still want to hear more about Pierre Toussaint, Ignacia, and Jimmy Kimmon. Now, what's nice about this is, if they haven't got to the Father's house yet, it'll be a review. So then we should Thorne, Middle America, right?
Yes, Wisconsin, Milwaukee area.
Cesar Chavez, Californian. Pierre Toussaint, Haiti, I think.
Yes.
Corey ten Boom, Amsterdam, Netherlands.
Yes.
Sister Mary Ignacia.
We said she's
Ignacia.
from. She was.
I think
Islander?
she was from Ireland.
Oh, that's right.
She's from Ireland. And then Jimmy Kimmon, who was from Scotland.
Yes.
And all of these histories come from Kathleen Muldoon.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'm going to get in a little closer here, so.
So for the beginning on Labor Day, I'm going to be going to California to see my family and my church family, and my boss there, Archbishop Gomez. On TV, again, if anybody wants to do something, we'll work it out. Okay. All right.
Does that mean you have to meet the Archbishop outside?
No, it's one-on-one, and I'll wear a mask. But they have all these strict protocols too, especially in California. So good. Okay. So, number 1, Vicky and Jimmy Kinnan. All right, let's see what we can learn.
I'm going to go with Pierre Toussaint.
Okay. Oh,
Even though I know Mrs. Thorne, and I'll talk about that.
right.
I'm going to go with Pierre Toussaint because I can't believe all that we learned when we review it today. Just fantastic.
Oh, I love listening to the tapes of Narcotics Anonymous. They're the funniest. They're the funniest conventions.
And Kathleen's vote is for Vicky.
Okay, good, of course. Okay, so Pierre Toussaint was born into what?
Slavery.
Slavery on a plantation in
Haiti.
Owned by John Bernard. He was raised a Catholic and educated by the Bernard family's tutor. He was trained as a house slave. All right, okay.
And for those, and you had those in the trades, working on the plows, working on the carpentry, and all the different trades to keep the plantation running.
Interesting. Okay. Sister Mary was born Bridget Della Maria Gavin in 1889 on a farm in County Mayo, where? Ireland. She was in an interview that even as a child, she recalled it in an interview, there was a child sick. Okay, so she has memories of that. In Ireland, again, just like the United States, anywhere in the world, was a big problem with alcoholism.
I haven't visited there yet. I have plans to go there this summer,
Oh.
but because of COVID, hopefully next summer.
Oh, good deal. It's great. It's a great place. Number 1.
All right, let's hear about Vicky Thorne.
All right, let's see how much Mark knows.
Yeah, but I don't know the order of the cards. So
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Don't panic. At the Exchange of Peace at the University of Minnesota, Newman Center, she never dreamt that she and Bill would one day be honored at the Vatican. Their ministry would begin in 1977 when Vicki became Respect Life Director for the Archdiocese of Milwaukee. Okay.
but I went to high school. He was 1 year behind me. Her son Willie, or
Oh yeah,
William
right, yeah,
Jr.
yeah. Well, that's interesting. So it's the same neighborhood and everything, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that something? Okay, number 3.
All right. Corey
Oh,
Ten Boom.
Okay, let's see how much Mark can remember. Corey Ten Boom was born in 1892 in the city of Boom.
He
What-
was a watchmaker and jeweler.
Oh my goodness, the kid's a genius. Corey and her family were staunch Christians. Okay, you got it.
Okay, got card number 1 memorized.
I love it. I love it.
Kathleen, do you have a photographic memory? Wouldn't that just be so helpful with this?
Oh, I tell you. If I had a memory. Number 5, sister, okay. Her family immigrated to the city of,
New York.
it's on the lake, huh?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland.
On
Now-
the Great Lake.
Yeah. But the joke is,
Wow.
it's called the mistake on the lake, but that's not true. No, my parents were both born in Ohio, but immigrated to California.
No, the mistake on the lake is only the Browns.
The Browns, what are the
The
Browns?
football team.
Oh, okay.
Remember, the Indians and then the Cavaliers.
Yes.
Fantastic.
God,
They're-
of presidents born in Ohio. I think they're like 7 or 8.
Don't take this the wrong way. That is some great useless knowledge. Well, it's not
Yeah,
useless,
yes,
but
well-
that's fantastic.
Well, you try to be elected and not win Ohio.
Well, good point.
Working class. The priests had begun abstinency societies. Bridget attended Catholic school in Cleveland, where her musical talent was cultivated and encouraged, although she even engaged for a short time. Okay. All right. Number 3.
Corey again.
Okay, let's see what you could remember. This is card number 2. Following in her father's footsteps, Corey trained to be a
Watchmaker. And jeweler.
In 1922, she became the first woman in the Netherlands to be a licensed watchmaker.
Okay.
She worked in her father's shop for the next 10 years in the arts and crafts. Okay. Number 2.
All right.
Okay, Cesar Chavez.
Now, do you say up north? We always said Chavez. There's a Chavez. Is it a hard ch or soft?
You know what? I've heard both.
Okay.
That's in it. Chavez, yeah. Right? Yeah, Cesar Chavez. Chavez, yeah. I think more Chavez, yeah.
See, if we had Spanish class right now, we would probably learn.
We
what
need
the
Sister
proper-
Juana. Cesar Chavez. You tell me.
Yeah, I think the 310.
I love it. Where his family toiled as immigrant farm workers. They moved back and forth between Arizona and California until 1939. They settled in San Jose in a barrio.
Or immigrants, or
Oh, you know, well,
migrant workers.
his parents were probably not, but he was definitely a citizen because he was born in Arizona.
Okay, yes.
So, but again, his parents were probably not. I'm guessing they were immigrants.
Which, by the way, isn't that fantastic? Again, going back to history. Well, I'll let you finish the card.
Okay, then, yeah. So Cesar Chavez and his brother Richard attended over 37 schools
Oh
in
my
which they
goodness.
were punished if they spoke Spanish and endured bullying and racism.
So, 2 things there. One, historically, how unique our nation is that we have law of the blood and law of the soil. If you're born to American parents, or at least one's American, you're American.
Right.
If you are born on American soil, like Caesar
Right,
was,
right.
you're an American citizen. I think that's fantastic.
No, it
Not
is.
every country has that.
No, it is. You're right. You're right.
And then what you said about that he was punished for speaking Spanish at school, you know, we had learned about that here at St. Paul's, even on the west side.
Right.
In San Antonio.
Awful, but I'll tell you something interesting. Whenever I'm in Mexico, when I was, or anywhere I was studying Spanish, they'd all tell me, don't speak. But also, I think there may have been a desire to help them, you know, learn, assimilate better. You know, I mean, it's mixed. You know, they want, you know, because it was just a mentality. They just wanted them to learn English. They just thought English was the pathway. And parents were angry. They told you, it was my way or the highway. So, but again, it was important that they immerse themselves, but not to get toxic shame about their language. All right, number one.
Yeah, no rulers to the knuckles.
Right, exactly. Number
All right,
one.
Vicky Thorne, Wisconsin being the dairy state.
Right.
Beer, obviously Miller.
Okay,
is
right.
from there as well. He's Milwaukee High Life and some other, and Pabst.
Yeah.
Was there, and
I'm
then
guessing there were a
also
lot of Germans, right? A lot of
German
Germans.
and Polish.
German and Polish.
German, Polish, then later on a large Irish and Italian community. So we've got quite a mix. But German and Polish, the first wave of immigration,
Yeah.
was founded, like I said, Irish and Italian. So City of Festivals, by the way, I know this is off topic.
Oh, I want it.
Every week when it's not COVID season, every week during the summer, there's a different festival on the lake celebrating the many different cultures that make up the city. So we have Irish Fest, German Fest.
I see.
Fiesta
So Milwaukee's,
Mexicana,
isn't that awful? I didn't know that. I didn't even thought so.
and
So
Harleys as well, and batteries. If you buy batteries for your car batteries, 70% of the car batteries that are made.
call for the development of post-abortion healing. Vicki conceived a program for the Archdiocese that she presented to Archbishop Weekland, who enthusiastically approved her plan and offered financial support. Vicki had a BA in trauma and bereavement counseling. Here's a woman who stepped up to the plate. See, one of the things that I'm so proud about the Catholic Church, along with other Christian groups and other people of goodwill, is while we're against abortion, we're also not. Number one.
And I love that we always meet people on the journey.
Right, meet them where they're at. Accompaniment.
The accompaniment.
Yeah, encounter, accompany, and walk with them. Number three. Vicki Thorne, she had an abortion. Vicki named the program Project Rachel. Inspired by the scripture, Rachel mourned her children. She refuses to be consoled because her children are no more. Yes, interesting. I have a nice sister friend. She's now retired from, but she was in charge of Project Rachel in Los.
Gentlemen,
Good deal.
Jimmy Kinnan.
Yeah, that's all right. Okay. All right, Jimmy. Jimmy was born into a Catholic family in Scotland in 1911. When he was 7 years old, he befriended the town alcoholic. One day he found his friend drunk and beaten. Jimmy ran for help. Weeks later, Jimmy's mother took him to when he grew up. Okay, best intentions. All righty. Number 5, Sister Ignatius. Okay.
You're right.
There we are. Card number 3. So what was Sister Mary's name when she was born?
Wait. Bridget? No.
Yes.
Okay, it was a B.
Yeah, Bridget, you got it. So Bridget joined the Sisters of Charity of St. Augustine. She was given the name St. Mary Ignatia, I think. They follow the rule of St. Augustine,
Okay.
probably so.
All right.
Being a skilled musician, she was assigned the job of teaching music, caused her to suffer a physical and emotional breakdown.
Tumultuous Cleveland.
Yeah, well, you know, I tell you, teaching those kids.
Maybe that's why your parents left there too. Huh?
Well, I'll tell you. Well, you know, a lot of ruffians, shall we say? You know, all my
And as we know, the temperature, because it's always hot in Cleveland.
and cold.
It's the name of a TV show.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, yeah. What is it now?
Hot in Cleveland.
Hot in Cleveland.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. But all I know, it's cold.
Oh yeah. Great
Cold.
lake, that lake breeze.
Oh, number 1.
I'm telling you, you guys, you know, for Milwaukee or guys down the lake, 90 degrees out, you get that lake breeze, 70-degree winds. Beautiful.
Ms. Thorne included 4 elements that would comprise the ministry of Project Rachel to clients: spiritual focus and a psychotherapeutic component. She also designed a training program for priests who would be referring parishioners to the new program.
And when I was in seminary there, we had to go through her training as well.
Oh, really?
So seminarians know.
Do you remember anything about it in particular?
Well, again, at that time, just learning the importance of, obviously, you have to know within counseling and crisis counseling, because you have to take both those
Right.
courses in seminary. But then we would meet with Miss Thorne, and she would.
Oh, you'd actually.
Oh,
my-
absolutely. She came in and talked to us to talk about different, and not just her ministry, but a lot of the life ministries that went on, because she could speak to all of family life.
Oh, she did all of Office of Family Life. Okay, great. 60 priests and a handful of reporters attended the first Project Rachel training session in 1984. You know what happened in 1984? That was the year I was ordained. Long time ago, before you were born.
I thought he was going to say when he first lost the hair. I thought.
Oh, good, strong local ministry. All right. Number 2.
Caesar, or Cesar.
Cesar. Number 2, okay. Although he wasn't able to attend high school since he needed to work with the family, Cesar Chavez was an avid reader of philosophy. He was married in 1948. He and his wife settled in Salsipuedes barrio, where they eventually...
So apricots and lumber. Okay.
Yeah. Anything to pay the bills, right?
Oh,
Number
yeah.
4.
Oh, our saint of the day. Well, not really.
Let's see here now.
Pierre Toussaint.
Okay. In 1787, Senior Bernard had moved back to France, leaving Juan Bernard Jr. in charge of the plantation. Tension rose in Haiti when slaves and free people of color began rebelling against the plantation owners. 5 of their slaves, including Pierre and his sister Rosalie. All
You
right.
mentioned an interesting point. He said slaves as well as those already free. So just like in the United States, we had those of African descent that were already emancipated.
Right.
Even before the Civil War Emancipation Proclamation.
Right. Oh, that's true. I think they would buy back they buy their freedom or
Hang on, Pierre.
upon their arrival in the city of where?
New York.
New York. Bernard arranged an apprenticeship for Pierre with one of the leading. Pierre became a skilled and much sought after hairdresser. When Jean Bernard died, Pierre took on the support of the widow Bernard, who in turn wrote in her will that Pierre was to be freed from slavery upon. Do you think that Kathleen chose a hairdresser just to spite me? I don't think so, because there's not a mean bone in her body.
No.
Maybe I'm just sensitive. All right, number 6. Number 6.
Jimmy Kinnon.
Jimmy Kinnon. All right, Jimmy.
Scotland.
You got it.
Oh, wait, I know where he
Yeah.
goes. Let's see if we have
Okay,
it.
you got it. Where? What city?
Philadelphia.
You got it. In the 1920s, the Kinnon family moved to the United States and settled in Philadelphia. Jimmy attended private prep school. I lasted 3 years, he said. I stole all the altar wine I could get my hands on. All right. Number 3.
Corey Ten Boom.
Corey. Okay, let's see, Corey. All righty.
I just love her name.
It's a great name. In 1940, clubs such as Corey's. Like her father, Corey believed from the Bible that the Jews were God's chosen people. She and her family began assisting their Jewish neighbors by letting them stay in their home when the Nazis began arresting Jewish citizens. All right, number 3, that's
Now,
it.
would that have been part of the Anschluss, or was the Anschluss only the movement into Austria?
Well, you know what? I'm not sure.
Kathleen, there you go, homework.
Homework. All right.
I do the homework if I did world history, but I just do world geography, Kathleen, so I'm off the hook.
Who won who won, was it, Lois is already in the father's house, all right? She won last week, all right? This way I don't end up doing the same ones. Okay. In the early 1950s, Father Donald McDonald came to San Jose and established a ministry in the barrio. Caesar and his wife were among the first parishioners of what would become Our Lady of Guadalupe Parish. Caesar befriended the priest and drove him to various farm worker camps and to local prisons to say Mass. Father McDonald guided Caesar to read about St. Francis and Gandhi and nonviolence. That's very interesting.
Now, how far is San Jose from LA?
You know, I'm going to guess 8-hour drive. You know, I'm guessing. That's where my sister who passed away, that's where she was living. Yeah, God love her. God love her. All right. Number 1. As word spread of Project Rachel in the Archdiocese of Milwaukee, Vicki Thorne began receiving calls for her help and advice in setting up Project Rachel ministries in other dioceses throughout the country and from other countries throughout the world. Her husband, Bill, advocated with her as she became a recognized expert in the fledgling field of post-abortion trauma. In the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops undertook oversight of the burgeoning number of diocesan Project Rachel ministries.
Traveling around the country, mobilizing, and then the early 90s, it was starting to go international.
Oh,
just
yeah.
as you had mentioned.
Amazing. Well, it's so good to have you here doing this. Number 1,
Okay, Vicki.
as you said, when Vicki wasn't traveling the world speaking on the needs of post-abortion women, Vicki Thorne continued to head Project Rachel in Milwaukee, whose babies had been aborted. The men are excluded. They're told they have no say, Thorne wrote. They're told they have no rights to be sad. She has addressed this issue in several. Number 6.
He just came off the car.
Okay, all right. Jimmy Kinnon, all right.
Pretty even race here. Vicky's out
Oh,
way
geez.
in front, but this is fantastic.
After leaving school, Jimmy married his first wife, Agnes, and had 5 children with her, but his addiction to alcohol, and especially mood and mind-altering substances. Sister, are you going to make it here? All right. Number 5. Following her recovery, Sister Ignatia was assigned in 1928 by her congregation to work in the admissions office at St. Thomas Hospital in Akron, Ohio. There, she worked with Robert Holbrook Smith, Bob Smith, a recovering alcoholic.
Akron, Canton area, less than an hour away from Cleveland, just a little bit south.
Yeah.
And also home of the Football Hall of Fame.
And they're all Buckeyes, right?
Yeah, well, that's further south there, Columbus. Yeah. They're also into NFL football because, again, it's there that
I see. God love them. Number 1.
Vicky going all the way. She might make it to the father's house in one night.
God love them. Because she learned in her travels the post-abortion reconciliation and healing incorporated. It provides networks of researchers and mental health professionals to consult in the formation of post-abortion support services in both secular and religious settings. And is Vicki still alive?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great, because remember, going to the Father's house doesn't mean you die. It means your head and heart is in heaven, all right? Good deal, all right. Number 3.
Corey Tenbu.
All right, let's see what we remember here. As the persecution increased of the Jews and Gentiles, wall in Corey's bedroom. The secret room could hold 6 people, and Mr. Ten Boom equipped it with a ventilation system and a buzzer
Yeah, the buzzer, yeah.
to warn those hiding of security sweeps being conducted by the Nazis. All right. Number 5. Okay, sister. With the help of a young intern, Dr. Thomas Scuderi, I think, and Dr. Smith's approval, began rather than a label of alcoholism. She treated them from both a medical and pastoral standpoint. The usual treatment at the time for alcoholics was commitment to a mental asylum. Story. Okay, let's keep going. Number 5. Okay. In 1939, with Dr. Bob's help, Sister Ignatia admitted recovering alcoholic Bill Wilson to St. Thomas. He and Dr. Smith had founded Alcoholics Anonymous in 1935. As she to the spiritual teachings of Ignatius of Loyola, Sister Ignatia found a strong parallel between the saints' writings and AA 12 steps. When alcoholics left St. Thomas Hospital, Sister Ignatia would give them a medallion of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, representing their commitment to God, to AA, and to recovery. Thus, the famous...
Which is interesting. We had one of our daily mass parishioners give me a lot of the mailings they received.
Yeah, right.
So we can give things like that out as rewards at school.
Oh, isn't that
So just
something?
that idea of
Again, promoting this. Number 6, and we are with Jimmy. Jimmy attended his first alcoholic meeting in 1950 and walked for a year, and curbing his addictions, he felt able to go on without alcohol addicted. The program discouraged attendees from discussing addictions other than alcoholism. All right. You know,
so was he in Philly? Since he immigrated there from Scotland, was he there most of the time? Do we know?
it doesn't say anything about him moving. We'll have to
Okay.
find out. Research, Kathleen. All right, number 3.
Corey,
California. Woo-hoo.
the year I was born.
I love it. Prior to her death on her 91st birthday in 1983, the year before I was ordained, Corey authored a book titled The Hiding Place that detailed her family's activities in the Netherlands and the aftermath of salvation.
So there's some more homework. Did she stay in the Netherlands area, in Amsterdam or Rotterdam? I wonder.
Well, it says she immigrated to California.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said I'm sorry. I missed it.
God love you, because she
So,
was
wow,
smart.
From Amsterdam to
She was smart. California, where drug addicted began holding their own separate meetings. See, it's interesting. All the Oxford movement really had something similar to the 12 steps, but maybe it was only like 3 or 4. But Bill W., being the good businessman, he changed it a little bit. And do you know why he stopped at 12? And what happened is the Oxford movement was for anybody who wanted to be spiritual. And they were helping alcoholics, and so the alcoholics said, well, we need something separate. And that's how they broke off to AA.
So Oxford movement, a lot of the people that I'm sure we'll have in the future in our Race to the Father's House, it seemed that was a hub.
The Protestant minister who was running it had been in Oxford, and somehow it got connected, but it really, there's not a real connection with Oxford itself.
Okay.
But I always thought so too. It was, I don't know how they've changed the name.
Could just be the shoes, Oxford shoes. It could be
I think, I'll be honest, I think there was a sign on their luggage. I can't remember it all. Okay. So let's see, find out, Kathleen, how the Oxford movement started. In 1953, Jimmy Kinnan and the others from AA who were drug addicted began holding their own separate meetings. They called their new group Narcotics Anonymous. With the permission of Alcoholics Anonymous, the new group adapted the 12 steps to their organization. Jimmy Kinnan, see how we're doing here. Number 1.
Vicky.
Can you imagine the first time around? Victory. Now, with the support of her husband, 6 children and grandchildren, she continues to administer Project Rachel in the Archdiocese of Milwaukee. She and her husband have been honored for their pro-life work by Pope Francis. Vicki Thorne is a corresponding member of the Pontifical Academy of Life. Well, good. Al-Anon, co-foundress, and so those are our people. So thank you, Kathleen, and we'll have them. These are always our goal.
Mm-hmm.
And Kathleen, let's see if you're going to give us a new person, all right? So bless you. Thank you, Mark. You're always a delight to be with. And thank you for joining.